This is an iHeart podcast.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the CityScope podcast, where we explore the unique inner workings of urban living and megacities. My name, as you already know, is Dimitar Kamanjirov, and if you don't know, I'm a regional operations manager who has lived in over 5 countries, and I'm currently residing in Kinshasa. With me today is a dear friend of mine, you could say. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Mado Kimane, and I'm a mineral extraction technician here in the beautiful Kinshasa. Unlike Dimitar here, all my life I've lived in Kinshasa, and I'm excited to share my experience.
Great. We met a couple of months ago at a popular bar here, right? Was it the Kuwali bar?
Yeah, it was. And today, as you can see, if you're a visual listener, we're at the Avenue du Commerce, together sitting on a park bench on this beautiful sunny day.
With all of that, let's get into the meat and bones of today's topic. What is life like in Kinshasa? Let's get started with the simple facts about demographic basics. Mado, you would have kind of the upper hand on this topic. Do you know how many people currently live in Kinshasa?
Yeah, well, this data portal report I was just reading said that as of January 2024, the population has reached 17.8 million, aligning with the fact that almost half of the population lives in urban cities, while the rest live in rural areas. Honestly, I've seen the population, especially in the early 2000s and 2010s, skyrocket. Population growth is estimated to be around 3.3 million annually.
What? Whoa, that's like the whole population of my entire country.
Yeah, but with that, we have a very bad overcrowding problem. The infrastructure just can't keep up. People still struggle with basic things like unreliable electricity, limited access to clean water, and don't let me even get started on internet coverage, which is only 27% of the people have access to.
Well, to kind of add on to that, the education system is very dysfunctional too.
Yeah, exactly. There's like almost no school funding in the entire country.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw a statistic from Global Economy which showed that there's a trend of only spending around 2 to 3 of the national GDP on education compared to the global 5%. And with that, people usually only stay in school for 10 to 11 years, which is nowhere near enough to prepare them for a well-paying job. Many young people are pushed into child labor, I've especially seen that in the mining sector.
Yeah, I've been noticing that a lot this past few years. That's really crazy.
It's honestly kind of a horrible cycle. Limited education and poor infrastructure and the need to earn money early lead to child labor and generations trapped in poverty.
Yeah, exactly. And with that, we're gonna take a short break.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Shopify. Shopify is the greatest platform to start your business on. It honestly makes selling products so easy, even with no prior experience. For a 15% off coupon for your first monthly subscription plan on top of your 1-week free trial period, go to www.shopify.com/cityscope.com and enter code CS15 at checkout. I repeat, code CS15 at checkout. Thank you, Shopify.
And now let's get back to this.
Backtracking to employment, I found this really interesting Void Bank article. It says that, as the capital, Kinshasa really is the economic powerhouse of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, providing 85% of national GDP, which is 71 billion United States dollars currently as of 2024, coming up with a reliable growth rate of 6.5%, with most of that coming from industry, which makes up 46.6%, services with 33%, and agriculture with 17% of the GDP respectively.
Yeah, I know that's right. The Tenke Fungurme and all the other mines in Katanga exported 33 billion United States dollars this year in copper and cobalt alone.
Well, not to be so negative, I can say that the government handles the growth fairly well. The fiscal balance shows a small deficit of only -2% of GDP. And public debt is relatively low at this time, at 19.3% of the GDP. So there's even some room for the government to borrow and invest in some areas like education, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with you. But honestly, daily life is still extremely challenging. Prices for food, transport, and basic amenities have risen. Inflation sits at around 11.3%, and the GDP per capita is only 688 USD, meaning most average households still struggle to keep up. You see families selling vegetables, second-hand goods, or anything just to support themselves. Community networks are almost everything to the majority of Kinshasa residents who are impoverished, even though they live in a bustling city.
It really shows the inequality of it all. I mean, when you have a small elite that benefits from mining and trade, while most people, especially in the more rural areas, struggle to make ends meet every month and continue to live in their own little impoverished microeconomies. It really even saddens me to an extent.
I mean, at this point, it has become the rhythm of everyday life here.
But moving here from Makedonska Kamenica, adjusting and seeing the huge business opportunities and local entrepreneurs, I think things are starting to change and get better.
Yeah, I definitely agree. With the right people and the right ideas, I really think things could take a turn for the better.
I completely agree with you. Well, honestly, on that positive note, let's wrap up today's episode of CityScope. A huge thank you goes out to Mado for sharing his insights, of course.
And thank you, Dimitar, for having me. This topic is very near and dear to my heart. I love my people and my country and only want the best for them. Kinshasa is so complex, beautiful, and full of wonder.
Exactly. That was beautifully said, Mado.
Yeah, thank you.
Be sure to tune in next time on Spotify, YouTube, and/or Apple Music.
Thank you again for having me, and goodbye.
Bye.